The story begins with a road trip. Today, three girls were going to another city to attend a party. The city was quite far away, and the route passed through a desert. The three girls were good friends, and each was dressed differently. The one wearing a nurse's uniform was named Suji, the one in a police uniform was Kat, and the third girl, Veena, was dressed in traditional religious attire and was driving the car. Actually, Veena was getting married next week, and her fiance's name was Ruchi. Before Veena's wedding, her parents were hosting a party at their home, and the three girls were going to attend that party. All three loved taking selfies, so when they saw a nice spot on the way, they stopped to take pictures to make the trip memorable. While they were outside the car taking selfies in the desert, two men named Pavana were also there and noticed the girls from a distance. After watching them for a while, the men approached and started harassing the girls. But the girls were smart and quickly understood their intentions. The two men tried to grab them, but the girls got back into their car and drove away. After a while, the girls continued their journey. Veena's parents' house was still far away, and it would be late by the time they reached there. Driving through the desert at night was very dangerous because it became very dark, and the roads were winding and tricky. So the girls decided to spend the night in the desert and continue their journey in daylight. They set up camp on a high spot and decided to spend the night there. The next morning, the three girls woke up leisurely. Suji got up and started making coffee when she suddenly heard a car approaching. It could have been anyone's car, so for safety, Kat grabbed her gun, which she always kept with her. The girls ran to their car, but by the time they got there, the other car had already left. However, Suji recognized the driver. It was the same man who had harassed them earlier. She told her friends about it, and the girls, frightened to see the men following them, decided to leave quickly. But the men seemed to have other plans. Before leaving, they let the air out of Veena's car tires to trap them. In the desert, there was no one to help, and there was no mobile network. The three girls were stranded, and Veena was the most distressed since her wedding was just a week away. To calm her down, Kat started to take her back to the camp, but in the rush, she left her gun by the car. Seeing this, Suji picked it up. Back at the camp, Kat was trying to soothe Veena when she suddenly went to use the bathroom. After she left, Suji approached Kat and told her she had left her gun down there. Kat told her to put the gun on the cooler. As Suji was placing the gun down, it accidentally went off. The shot hit Kat, who was sitting nearby. Hearing the gunshot, Veena came running over, and soon Kat died. After Kat's death, Suji tried to reassure Veena that it was an accident. Veena trusted her because she knew Suji would never intentionally hurt anyone. At that moment, Kat's phone received a message, and Veena picked it up and read it. The phone had briefly caught a network signal, enough to receive a message from Ruchi, Veena's fiance. The message warned, "Stay away from Veena. She must not find out about our relationship." Reading the message, the girls realized that Kat and Ruchi were having an affair. Suji then told Veena that if she reported Kat's death to the police, Suji would confess that they had killed her together because she was having an affair with Pavkarji. Veena was shocked but promised to keep quiet. After a short while, the two girls decided to dispose of Kat's body. They planned to bury her in a pit, and then they dig a pit and make saliva travel into it, disposing of the corpse. Just as they are about to leave, Jaya and Kar arrive quickly. The two criminals had seen them bury the body and now try to blackmail the two girls. Instead of keeping quiet, they want to ruin the girls' reputations. But when the girls refuse to listen, Veena starts to move away. At that moment, Suji steps in and says, "Leave him alone, Vimal. If you try to eat, I'll shoot you." But Babu doesn't listen. Suji fires a shot and hits him. The two girls panic, and seizing the opportunity, Jack attacks Suji. Because of Jack's actions, Suji falls far away. Now Jack has Suji cornered in the garden. To save her, Veena takes action. It's now her turn to shoot, and she fires, killing Jay. Both girls unwillingly have committed murder, which causes them to remain restless all night. The next morning, the entire desert is peaceful, but something strange is happening inside the camp. Veena is still asleep, while Suji's hands and feet are bound. The moment Veena opens her eyes, Suji tells her, "My interest is only in Ruchi, and I deliberately imprisoned her." In fact, all three girls were in love with the same boy, Rishi. Veena and Ruchi loved each other and were about to get married soon. Meanwhile, Bichi and Kat were also having an affair. Suji loved Rishi from afar and was willing to do anything to have him. She wanted to kill Kat and Veena so she could have Ruchi for herself. Now, without digging a pit, Suji intends to kill and bury Ruchi herself. But as she tries to shoot, the gun jams. Angry, she attacks Veena, who loses consciousness. Suji also becomes unconscious, as she was sure she would soon kill her by strangling. At that moment, a police car arrives, breaking the desert's silence. The police were brought here because they were worried. Veena was supposed to reach home 2 days ago, but neither arrived nor answered her phone. Because of this, Rishi started looking for Veena, and soon the police spotted their car. Veena had already told Ruchi which route Veena would take and who would be with her. Now Ruchi and the police loudly call out the names of the three girls. Suji hears their calls and quickly approaches them, meeting Rishi first, then giving her statement to the police. Suji's statement was that Kat and Veena went for a walk at night but did not return by morning. She tried hard to find them but couldn't locate them anywhere. After hearing Suji's statement, the police decide to search, assigning a special team to find Kat. Meanwhile, Veena regains consciousness. Suji had left her for dead. Shortly after, the police begin to leave, but by then Veena has freed her hands. Seeing the police leaving, Veena shouts loudly for help, but the police car is far away. Once the police are gone, she quickly tries to fire the gun, but it was already jammed. Watching the police car drive off, she tries harder, and eventually the gun fires, causing an explosion at the house. Hearing the gunshot, the police immediately stop their car and spot Veena. They rush to her, saving her life. Had the police left earlier, no one knows what might have happened to Veena in the desert. After her statement, the police arrest Suji and take her into custody. Meanwhile, Veena and the others head toward the winner's side, passing a gas station where Veena freshens up. A little later, they resume their journey home, but suddenly Rishi faints. It turns out Veena had drugged Rishi's water with a sedative, which caused him to lose consciousness. Veena loved Rishi deeply, but he was betraying her. To get revenge, Veena cuts her own wrist to make it look like Ruchi committed suicide. At the end of the story, Veena calls the police, saying she went to the bathroom, and by the time she returned, Ruchi had cut her wrist. This story teaches us to stay away from deceitful friends. Thanks for watching our video.